Let's begin with level 5. There are 3 entities starting this level. First, SCP-076 is a 3x3x3 meter box made from a strange metamorphic rock. Its surface is covered with writings in an unknown language, and it has a 20-layered door. Not a single key to those doors is in the possession of the SCP Foundation scientists. But the real problem isn't the box itself. The real problem is the grave inside it, where SCP-0762 sleeps. Abel, a being that can come back to life at any moment. And the second it does, it immediately starts killing people, which is extremely easy for it, because it possesses super strength, super speed, can continue fighting for hours even after being shot in the head, and can materialize weapons out of thin air. There is only one way to stop it. Kill it. Within seconds, its body will turn to ash. Then, the door of SCP-0761 will close once again. Behind that door, a new Abel will eventually be born. That process can take anywhere from 6 hours to 25 years. But one thing is certain, Abel always comes back. How many people died? The exact number is unknown. But every time Abel becomes active, casualties follow. What happens if you meet Abel? If you can somehow stop a superhuman killing machine, the gate is open. How hard is it to contain? Very hard. Next, SCP-173, also known as Peanut. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary concrete statue. But this ordinary looking statue took the phrase, "I'll finish you in the blink of an eye," way too seriously. Because if you're looking at it and accidentally blink, that's enough. Many attempts have been made to destroy it, but every single one has ended the same way: failure. The sculpture is incredibly hard and cannot be broken easily, but it can break a lot of things. How hard is it to contain? Very hard. The rules are simple. Never stop looking at it. But you're human, and humans make mistakes. How many people have died? Almost 1,000 plus. What happens if you meet it? You walk into a room and see a strange statue. At first, nothing happens. Then your eyes start burning. You need to blink. The moment you do, it moves. If you're alone, that's usually the end. And finally, SCP-106, also known as the Old Man. Most of its body is badly decayed. In a way, it's like a walking corpse, or rather, a walking death sentence. The Old Man possesses abilities that allow it to decay anything, living or non-living. And that's not all. The Old Man also has its own personal pocket dimension. That means it can pass through walls and solid objects. And through those walls, or even the ground, it can enter another dimension that belongs entirely to it, its own territory. And it often drags its victims into that pocket dimension, a place where it tortures them before finally killing them. As for these SCPs, I've only shared the most important details. But honestly, I don't think these details do justice to how terrifying they really are. How hard is it to contain? Extremely hard. Walls, doors, and containment cells mean almost nothing to it because it can pass right through them. How many people have died? Likely hundreds or more in Foundation lore. Exact numbers are unknown. After that comes our level 4 SCP, SCP-2845, the Deer. It belongs to the anomalous entity class and obviously looks like a deer. But it is so powerful that physically restraining it is impossible. That's why it is conceptually weakened, so that it doesn't start carrying out mass killings with its powers. But still, every now and then, it breaches containment and ends thousands of lives. By now, it has taken at least 5,000 lives. Could be more, but at least 5,000 is for sure. What if you see it? You probably won't instantly die. The terrifying part is realizing that you're standing in front of something so powerful that if it decided to stop playing along, your entire facility might become a footnote in a casualty report. Level 3, SCP-001. SD Locke's Proposal.
To those of you with families or children, I am deeply, deeply sorry. You must push on.
When day breaks, an Apollyon-class SCP, in which sunlight causes every living thing on Earth to mutate into strange, fleshy, gooey creatures. Because of this, survivors try to go underground to escape the sunlight. But due to the lack of a proper survival system, the majority of Earth's population dies over time, meaning the death toll of this SCP isn't in the thousands or even the lakhs, it's in the billions. And if we don't count insects and animals and only count humans, then at least 6 billion deaths. Containment difficulty? How do you contain the sun? You don't. The Foundation basically loses. The best they can do is hide underground and hope to survive. Level 2, SCP-3812. And every time he ascends, reality bends around him. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes by accident. The Foundation doesn't even know how many realities SCP-3812 has accidentally destroyed. After all, how do you count the casualties caused by something that can rewrite reality itself? This is SCP-3812, one of the most powerful and most terrifying entities ever documented by the SCP Foundation. It doesn't just break the fourth wall, it breaks every wall, including the idea of authors, stories, and readers. Unlike most SCPs, there's no real way to lock it up. It exists on levels far beyond physical containment. Despite its godlike abilities, SCP-3812 suffers from extreme psychological instability and confusion about what is real. And finally, Level 1, SCP-3999, titled, I am at the center of everything that happens to me. We like to believe our lives have meaning, that our memories matter, that the people we love will always be there. SCP-3999 is a reminder that all of it can vanish in an instant. Friends, family, worlds, entire realities. To SCP-3999, your existence is no more significant than a passing thought. And if it finds that thought entertaining enough, it can turn your life into an endless nightmare with no beginning and no end. Space, time, matter, life, death, memories, history, none of these mean anything to it. If SCP-3999 wanted to, it could turn the oceans into glass, replace the sky with fire, erase entire civilizations, or trap a person in an endless nightmare lasting millions of years. And according to its story, that's exactly what it did. For what felt like an eternity, SCP-3999 tortured a Foundation researcher named Dr. Talaran, killing him, reviving him, throwing him across impossible worlds, changing the laws of reality around him over and over again. Not because it had a goal, not because it needed something, but because it could. The most terrifying part? The Foundation couldn't stop it, couldn't contain it, couldn't even understand it. When you're dealing with SCP-3999, you're not fighting a monster. You're fighting something that treats reality itself like a toy. And if it decides you're interesting enough, your worst nightmare could become your new reality.